Today's lesson is on proportions. How is the moon like a dollar? They both have 4 quarters. For today's lesson, we're going to solve proportions and use proportions to solve problems. The Common Core standard is 7.RP.2. We're going to be using cross products. In a proportion, the cross products are equal. So when you cross multiply, if both products are equal, then you know that you have a proportion. 12 times 6 is 72. 9 times 8 is 72. Since 72 is equal to 72, then we know that these two ratios form a proportion. For the algebra, we have A times D and B times C. So A times D does equal C times B. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down the notes. A proportion is an equality of two ratios. The cross products of the proportion A over B equals C over D are DA and BC. Let's take a look at example 1. Multiply to solve a proportion. Solve 2 over 7 equals y over 14. We're going to use cross products. We're going to write it off to the side because there's a few steps that you can eliminate. So we have 2 over 7 equals y over 14. We cross multiply. We're going to take 14 times 2, and that's one cross product, and we'll write that on one side of the equal sign. And then 7 times y is going to be the other cross product, and we'll write that on the other side. 14 times 2 is 28, and 7 times y is 7y. We divide both sides by 7, so then 28 divided by 7 is 4. The 7's on the right-hand side cancel each other out, and they equal y. So y equals 4. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down any part of these notes. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class. Testing for a proportion. Do the ratios 3/5 and 21 over 35 form a proportion? What I want you to do is just to write those two fractions down, 3 over 5 and 21 over 35. I will allow you to do the cross products and write those up above to help you with that. So 35 times 3 is 105. 5 times 21 is also 105. So since the two cross products are equal, these proportions or these ratios are equal, so they form a proportion. The ratios do form a proportion. The ratios are equal. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down any part of these notes. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class. Example 3. Solving a problem using a proportion. 100 rods is about 275 fathoms. To the nearest fathom, how many fathoms is 25 rods? Let D equal distance in fathoms. So when we set this up, we're going to put the length in rods over the length in fathoms. So we have 100 rods is equal to 275 fathoms, so 100 over 275 equals 25 rods, and we don't know the number of fathoms, so that's D. So we have the proportion 100 over 275 equals 25 over D. We cross multiply. D times 100 and 275 times 25. 100 times D is 100D, and 275 times 25 is 6,875. Now to get D by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 100, so D equals 68.75. So 25 rods is about 69 fathoms. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down any part of these notes. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class. For 1A, h over 9 equals 2 over 3. We cross multiply. 3 times h and 9 times 2. 3 times h is 3h, and 2 times 9 is 18. Next, we have to try to get h by itself by dividing both sides by 3. On the left-hand side, the 3's cancel each other out. On the right-hand side, 18 divided by 3 is 6. so H equals 6. For quick check 1b, we have 4 over 5 equals T over 55. We cross multiply 55 times 4 and 5 times T. 55 times 4 is 220. 5 times T is 5T. Now we have to try to get T by itself by dividing both sides by 5. 220 divided by 5 is 44, and 5T over 5 is T. So, T equals 44. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down any part of these notes. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class. Number 2. Tell whether the two ratios form a proportion. We're going to cross multiply to figure this out. So we have 6 over 9 and 4 over 6. When we cross multiply, 6 times 6 is 36 and 9 times 4 is 36. Since we get the same answer, 36, for both of them, we know that these are equal, so they form a proportion. For 2b, we have 15 over 20 and 5 over 7. We set it up and check your cross products. 7 times 15 is 105. 20 times 5 is 100. So these are not equal, so they do not form a proportion. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down any part of these notes. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class. To the nearest rod, about how many rods are in 100 fathoms? We have to use the information from the previous question where we knew there were 100 rods in 270 fathoms. So we set up a proportion of 100 over 275 equals D, the rods we don't know, over 100 fathoms. We cross multiply 100 times 100 and 275 times D. 100 times 100 is 10,000 and 275 times D is 275D. Next we have to divide both sides by 275 so that we can get D by itself. 10,000 divided by 275 is 36.363636 and so forth. And 275D divided by 275 leaves us with just D. So, there are about 36 rods in 100 fathoms. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down any part of these notes. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class. On Edmodo, I've put a link to some practice problems. Try them and post how you did. Good luck!